My name is Teacher Carrie, and today I want to talk with you about how you can use ManyCam and a green screen to make your online classroom super fun and engaging for yourself and your students. But first, let me give you a little bit of background information on me. I have a bachelor's degree as a special education teacher, a master's degree as a reading specialist, and I've completed an endorsement preparation program for teaching English as a second language. I taught in regular brick and mortar public schools for 8.5 years, but about 5 years ago, I came home to be the full time caregiver to my sister with very significant disabilities. Since I'm not able to work outside the home, I was looking for some online opportunities to earn extra income when I ran across a company called Vipkid. Now, Vipkid is a very large company working primarily out of China. It teaches English to students who are aged around 4 to around 14. There's some leeway on either side. And you're able to earn anywhere from about $14 an hour to $22 an hour, depending on your level of teaching experience, how many classes you teach per month, and how well you do in your mock interview. But we don't need to get into those details today. So with Vipkid, I am on my sixth contract, which is about 3 years, and I've taught around 4,500 classes so far. And using the green screen has really allowed me to eliminate any and all physical props from my classroom. So prior to using a green screen, I used to have buckets of props everywhere and pretty much a prop for every vocabulary word that you could think of. And it became really overwhelming to try to keep those props organized and use them efficiently in class. Because each of the sessions is about 25 minutes long and it's one-on-one with a student, and you may have anywhere from 10 to 15 props that you need per class. So it can be really overwhelming, and I wanted an option that would allow me to just store everything I need digitally. And that's where ManyCam comes in. ManyCam is a software program that allows you to integrate images and graphics into your video feed. So you can change your background if you're using a green screen. You can use ManyCam if you're not using a green screen, but it's much more fun this way, trust me. Now, ManyCam does have a free version, and it's not like a trial. You can continue using it for as long as you want. It just has limited features and capabilities. But I'm going to be showing you today the studio or paid version of ManyCam. And if you're already a Vipkid teacher, you can get a discount on that studio version if you head over to the 6 Apple Club. If you're not teaching for Vipkid, that's okay. There's a lot of programs that you can use ManyCam with as well. You can even just use it on Zoom or Skype, depending on what your teaching situation is, or if you just want to have some fun recording your own YouTube videos, or maybe streaming on a platform like Twitch. So let's see some of the things that ManyCam can do. As you can see here, these boxes below are my video feeds. So let's take a peek behind the curtain and look at what my actual physical classroom looks like. There's not much to see here. It's just my green screen and some green fabric covering my nice comfy rolly chair so that I can work my movie magic in my classroom. And once I have selected the virtual background that I want for that class, I can add all kinds of things to my screen to make it more interesting. So I can just add some fish here to my underwater learning environment, and I can of course move them anywhere I want them to be on the screen, or I can resize them if I feel like it. Now I can also add typing or writing to the screen. It's super easy with ManyCam. And I also just use it as a way to reward my students for doing well during the lessons. Let's jump back over to my ManyCam tutorial screen, and I'll just give you a quick tour of what it looks like once you get the program downloaded. These boxes down here showing each of my video feeds are called presets. Now with my studio version, the paid version of ManyCam, I think I can have it looks like maybe 12 boxes. So for me, I can set up a different preset for each of the classes that I teach in the morning. And I usually teach from about 2:30 a.m. till 6 o'clock in the morning when I start getting my sister out of bed. So it's super handy to have those boxes because the night before I just do all of my prep after I put her in bed, and then everything's ready to go for early in the morning. Now with Vipkid, I often get into my classroom a few minutes early and start preparing for my lesson. So I have a video feed that is just a background basically with a little countdown to let my students know how long it will be before class starts. So that's super great. You can have just a static image, or of course you can have yourself on the screen as well. And there are ways to make yourself small on the screen while you have a larger background. And then off to the side here, we have our main ManyCam menu. This is where you can do all of your drawing and typing. You can, of course, change your virtual background. You can add a timer to your classroom. You can add all the graphics and effects that you could possibly think of. And this is where the magic really comes in. So as an online English teacher, I often need a visual to help support my students with their learning. So I can just go over to my little search function here and search for anything that I need. So for example, if I have a lesson about food and I want to show a hamburger, I just type in hamburger and I can pop one up on my screen. Which then I can, of course, move anywhere I want it to be, and we can do a little magic by eating that hamburger in class. And my young students really have a lot of fun doing that. And even just my background is another way that I help support my learners. So if I have a lesson about animals, I might put us on a farm. Let me just switch to the right screen for doing that. Or if I have a lesson about fish, of course I can be underwater again. So really ManyCam is only limited by your own imagination. If you want to be in a certain location or have a certain graphic, there is definitely a way to do it. So I hope that you will check out ManyCam, and if you're not yet a Vipkid teacher but you're interested in teaching online, I will put a link to my referral link for Vipkid down in the comments, and I can help you with the application process and interviews and things like that. So I hope this gives you a little idea of what you could do if you had a green screen and ManyCam. But let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!